Everybody talks about philosophies of the football coach. It has to change. It has to change with the times, and it has. I've seen more change in college football in the last 6 or 7 years than I saw in my first 25. And you have to change with it. But again, it all goes back to the players that you have and what they can do and what they can't do, giving them the best opportunity and chance to win.
On Friday, December 7th, Bearcats head coach Butch Jones resigned his position at UC when he left for Tennessee. 1 day later, Cincinnati Director of Athletics Whit Babcock introduced veteran head coach Tommy Tuberville as the new leader of the Bearcats football program. Tuberville comes to Clifton from Texas Tech and carries with him 130 career wins, including a perfect 13-0 season in 2004 as the head coach at Auburn. While Tuberville will not coach the Bearcats in the Belk Bowl, he is already on campus recruiting and assembling his staff. Today we sit down with the 41st head football coach at the University of Cincinnati. Coach, you were the head coach at Texas Tech in the Big 12. Why was Cincinnati the right chance or the right opportunity for you?
Well, you know, I've been in this business a long time, and you look for opportunities to make yourself better and hopefully do a good job wherever you're going. I've been at Texas Tech 3 years, and we made a lot of progress. But sometimes something goes off in your head that, hey, you know, this might be a great opportunity. And to work with a guy, Whit Babcock, that I've worked with at Auburn, and coming back east where my wife's family's from, and then have an opportunity to continue to build a program that's taken many steps forward the last few years, but I see a lot of room for improvement. And so, you know, I'm a hired gun. That's what we are, hired guns to go in and make things better and try to win football games, and we're here.
When Whit called and asked, hey, would you maybe be interested, what did you know about the Cincinnati Bearcats at the time? Just
what I'd seen on television. I've coached here in 2 games, one here at Nippert Stadium in '86 and one in Old Riverfront Stadium back, I guess, around '87 or '88 when I was at the University of Miami. But I've seen the rise of the program the last 5, 6, 7 years, make a lot of improvement, do a lot of good things on the field and off the field. So again, I knew as much about this program as I did about Texas Tech or Auburn, you know, when I went there. So that's the life that we've chosen and the life that we live. And so I'm looking forward to a challenge. They're all big challenges, and it's different teams every year and 18, 19-year-olds that you're dealing with, so it's a thrill a minute.
A lot of fans came out to welcome you at your introductory press conference. What have you learned about the fan base since you took the job?
Well, that was outstanding. I was a little overwhelmed. I've been in several press conferences like that in my career, and that's topped them all. The enthusiasm, the emotion, the love and the feel of University of Cincinnati and all the athletics. It just shows you, you know, the passion that people have. And you can't do a whole lot unless you have enthusiasm. And if we have that enthusiasm and continue to get that enthusiasm, my job is to build on that, build on our fan base, build on the interest of what we do. It's not going to happen overnight, but you know, we're going to put a platform together from the ground up that's going to work and make it stronger every day, and hopefully build that enthusiasm and the fan base.
You talked about that relationship with Whit Babcock when you both were at Auburn, and now he, of course, is the Director of Athletics here at Cincinnati. What kind of impression did he make on you back then?
Well, you know, he's energetic. You know, I like that. You know, I've been places where, you know, things are status quo, and talking to Whit on the phone and visiting with him in previous phone conversations over the last couple of years about him wanting to be an athletic director and what he wants, why he wants to be an athletic director, and what he wants to prove, and knowing that he was here and seeing the situation, and we're talking about the things that he thinks can get much better in a lot of areas, that intrigued me. So that's one of the reasons I'm here.
You've been through some of these situations before with a team preparing for a bowl game while you're coming in as the new head coach. How unique of a perspective will these next few weeks be?
Well, you know, there's never a perfect situation, whether you're in a bowl game or not in a bowl game. When you take over a program, you have to hit the ground running. There's not enough time in the day. My first order of business is to hire a coaching staff that fits here. It's like a family. You know, you got 9, 10 guys coming in, and they all have egos, they all have different personalities, but the way it all works, if you can get 9 guys that believe in the same things, you're not going to do it behind closed doors. You're going to argue, and you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to almost fight at times, but bottom line is, at the end of the day, when you walk out on the practice field or you go recruiting, everybody's on the same page. So that's my first order of business. And when we get that done, everything will slow down and become more of a day-to-day routine. But right now, it's 100 miles an hour getting that done, and we're going to put together a great staff, and it's going to be a lot of fun doing that and then watching it all work.
During your press conference, it was announced that you'll be making a donation over the course of your contract to the Olympic sports here at UC. Why was that an important piece of the whole plan?
Well, it's obvious that a football coach should give back, and giving back to academics or the Olympic sports or the sports that don't have as much money as football and basketball and baseball. I think it's important. Everybody understands that I am the football coach. That's my first order of business, but I enjoy all the other areas in athletics. I was an athlete. I've been around it all my life. I'm a competitive person, and so I think it's important that people understand that I'm more than just a football coach. I'm pulling for every sport here on UC's campus, and I want everybody to do well, and if I can help in any way, I'm going to do that.
And this isn't your first rodeo. You've done this for a while, 130 wins. What's the biggest lesson you've learned over the course of your coaching career?
I had to learn patience. Again, this is a hard business because you're competing against a lot of other teams, and it's about people, dealing with different people every year. I don't care if you've got 100 on your team and you have no seniors and they're all coming back the next year. It's a different challenge because these young guys are growing up, and it's like putting together the coaching staff, different personalities, and they have to work together. Same thing with a football team. Guys from rural areas, inner city, California, Florida, Cincinnati, New York, you bring them in, and that's hard. That's hard to mold that group together to be competitive and to challenge other teams that are doing the same thing. So patience has been hard for me, but I've learned that over the years. It's not going to happen overnight. Our philosophy here is going to be different than what it has been in the past, whether it's a training room, the weight room, recruiting, offense, defense, but it's my job to put it all together, get people to teach it together, and then get that over to a football team very quickly. We've got 9 months to do that. So that's what I do for a living. I have fun doing it. I enjoy doing it.
More pressure being in a movie or putting together an undefeated season?
Oh, well, movie's easy. It's just when I was in The Blind Side, I just acted like myself, and that we played our own self, so
right.
It didn't make a lot of difference. But I tell you, it's hard work to win football games. It's hard work to do the things behind the scenes that fans and alumni don't see. These young men play football, but they're here to be academic student athletes, and I want them to get a degree. I want them to get a degree. But the main thing when I want them to leave here at Cincinnati is when they play their 4th or 5th year is they know self-responsibility. If they understand that, hey, I've got to take care of myself. I'm getting ready to go out in life. I understand how to get up on time. I understand how to be disciplined, take care of my own business. Nobody's going to help me through life. And so that's my main goal, is to make sure that they go out in the real world ready for that, ready to tackle it, because the real world's a lot different than what they're doing here, going to school and playing a game that we call football.